Wow. I don't know if is it pouring rain? I'm guessing some of y'all are probably sitting in Victoria. We are in a absolute downpour that started about 2 minutes ago, and it might give a beautiful ambiance to this hour
Cool.
we spend together.
Yeah, I've got the sun shining out my window. It's definitely rainy this morning, but cleared up. So
Isn't that something? We're like kilometers apart.
yeah,
Wow. Well, it's beautiful nonetheless.
right on. So welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. This is our very first online live Family Sunday. Um, and so my name is Hannah. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm the Family Sunday coordinator with the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. I'm going to start out by acknowledging that, well, I'm hosting this call on the territories of the Lekwungen people, that is the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And so that as we gather and sing here today, virtually, know that we're doing so on the lands, wherever you're from, that have hosted people gathering and singing and celebrating for millennia. And so I'm grateful to be able to do that here. And thank you all for joining us in this. A little bit about Family Sunday. Family Sunday happens the third Sunday of the month at the Art Gallery, normally in person, and we always have lots of fun activities set up around the gallery. We always have a guest come in and lead some extra fun activities and engage our guests. And so today, of course, we're gathering online, and we sent out an activity to make some instruments. And so if you didn't get that, that's fine. We will share that. We'll share that link in the chat, and we can share it. We're going to post this video on YouTube after, so we'll be able to share the link as well. So we figured that it's pretty easy to make instruments from kitchen items and things around your house. I can just share that. There we go. And so today we have our guest, Luke Wallace, who's a Salt Spring Island-based musician. And I heard Luke's music probably like 3 years ago. I was listening to a compilation album from the Tiny House Warriors, and Luke had a song on it called Ready for the Revolution. And when I heard it, it was really, I really loved it. It was really uplifting and talking about kind of how what I understood of being able to be hopeful and joyful even when times are challenging or hard, and when we're working for change in the world, to be able to do so with love and connection. And I think that Luke's music really does that. And so I'm really excited to have him share with everyone today, as COVID is a challenging time for lots of people, but we can still gather and we can still sing and we can still celebrate our connection with each other and with the world. So a little bit of kind of logistics. We'll be here till about 3 o'clock today for about an hour. I'm going to say a few things about Zoom, and then I'm going to pass it on to Luke. So we're hosting this as a public Zoom meeting, so it is possible that people can keep joining us, I believe. And then we're recording this, and it will be posted on our YouTube channel. So folks who, if you want to watch it again or pass it on to anyone else, or people who've missed it, can catch up at any time. And also we have our video from last month posted there, so be able to catch up on that as well. You can have your video on. You're totally welcome to if you want, and if not, that's also fine. Right on. Thanks, Jennifer. And we have, name is Gus. Cool. Right on. Thanks, Gus. You can change your name to on your video if you want. If you go down to the bottom of the screen where it says participants, you can click on that and then click on your name where it says more, and then you can rename yourself. And we have our behind the scenes tech, Duncan, who will keep everyone muted. But later, if you will have a chance to chat a bit with Luke, then you can raise your hand. Also under the participants list, there's a little raise hand button, and you can lower your hand, and then Duncan can unmute you and you can chat with us and chat with Luke. You're also welcome to share in the chat, typing chat. You can share your name, or if you have any questions or feedback, whenever, you're welcome to write in there and stay in touch. And I think the other thing, you can change on the top right, it says speaker view or gallery view. So you can change that if you want to have kind of whoever's speaking, their face up front and center. You can put on speaker view there, which is nice. Oh, and we got a message from Duncan. If anyone is experiencing technical difficulties and can't communicate through Zoom, send an email to Duncan at dferguson@aggv.ca. So thank you very much, Duncan. Yeah, I think that's everything on the text side. If I've missed it, someone can throw it in the chat, or Luke, you can always fill in. So yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Luke. And again, thanks everyone for joining us here today. I'm really excited.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, really happy to be here with you all, and thanks for the invite, and good to see so many friends clicking in, logging on. These are always so fun, and I'm just we're opening a new way of communicating, connecting through this wild portal, and it's just a total spin of the wheel to see who we get to spend an hour with, and it's so beautiful. So I'm just gonna sing songs, and I'm hoping we can, maybe could field some questions, or if anyone has any thoughts about any of the songs, or whatever it is. I'd love to engage and chat a little bit. And Hannah, you did a great job of explaining how we'll do that. So if there's a break between a song and you want to type in a question, or you want to put your hand up and ask one, or comment or anything like that, I think that'd be a lot of fun. So on this beautiful rainy sunny day, watching my little plants in their rain, I'll start with a song called Sons and Daughters. And it's all about remembering who this place is really for and who we're leaving it for. So here you go. Thanks for having me, everybody. Well, get your kids to a garden, with the garden they'll grow. Learn to go easy, learn to live slow. Get your kids to a garden, with the garden they'll grow, and they'll learn to go easy. And go easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for your sons and daughters. Easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for. Then get your kids to a river, with the river they'll flow. It'll teach them how to paddle, it'll teach them how to row. You get your kids to a river, with the river they'll flow. It'll take them where they need to go. To go easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for your sons and daughters. Easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for. Said I'ma go easy, easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah, I'm going easy, easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. Let them see their reflection wherever they go, in the rain, water, flood, water, sleet, hail, snow. Let them see their reflection wherever they go. Then get your kids to a garden, with the garden they'll grow, and they'll learn to go easy, learn to live slow. You get your kids to a garden, with the garden they'll grow, and they'll learn to go easy. And go easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for your sons and daughters. Easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for. Said I'ma go easy, easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah, I'm going easy, easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. easy, I'm going easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. I'm going easy, I'm going easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. I'm going easy, I'm going easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. I'm going easy, easy, yeah, I'm going easy, yeah. Going easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember, this place is for your sons and daughters. Easy on the earth, lightly on the water. Remember who this place is for. Great, thank you. Wow, August and company, what a beautiful setup you all have there. That is, I see the shakers. Nice to see y'all so much. Yeah, that's awesome. And when the glasses of water, that is, I don't even think we had a graphic for glasses of water, did we? Wow, really creative. Thanks so much for doing that. Hey, I'm just scrolling through and saying hey to everybody. Beautiful Patagonia, blue Patagonia there, Emmy. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And Rhea, my buddy Spencer. It's a good crew. I wanted to show kind of this. I love the instrument idea, and it's funny because it's fun for sure. But I've also used homemade shakers in every album I've ever made. In fact, it's one of the best ways to get the sound you want. You can go and buy one. So these are sunflower seeds, I think. I'd have to ask my partner, but those look like sunflower seeds. And I've done them out of sand. And one thing I've learned about making, especially shakers, is that there's, three variables. One is the size of the container you use. The second is the material that the container is made out of. And the third is the material that you put inside the container. And these things like seeds and such, and rice is quite a soft sound. It's very beautiful, especially if it's not in a metal. I really like glass, and plastic is beautiful for the sound, but this is, and it sits in the background, and you'll hear, when you hear when you're listening to music now, listen for the soft shaker sound, and give your brain a little workout and think about what is in that shaker. What's the outside of it made of? It's a beautiful exercise, and you can make all sorts. And so I love that cue for this whole party we're having today. So awesome. I'll play another one for you. Let's do, I want to do a song called Turning the Tide, and I'm going to do it on a different guitar. Sounds good so far? Microphone's working good? Awesome. All right. Let's do it. You'll let me know if something cuts out, but
yeah, it's all good, Luke.
All right. Here's Turning the Tide. We're turning the tide. You're coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. Plan is in motion. We move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. I'm here with something to say. Turning the tide to a new day. So grab us some kayaks and paddle around. From the north down to Puget Sound, with the wind as a sail, we'll dance with the whales until we're Salt Spring Island bound. And here comes a singer, he's singing his song, till the whole coast is singing along. It's like turning a tide, turning the tide, coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. The plan is in motion, we move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. I'm here with something to say. turning the tide to a new day. I'm in love with the islands, in love with the shores. And I don't think I could love them anymore. In love with the people, I'm in love with the towns. In love with the sights, I'm in love with the sounds. In love with the feeling I get. It's a feeling I can never forget. It's like turning a tide. Turning the tide, coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. Planets in motion, move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, yeah, I'm done hiding. I'm here with something to say. Turning the tide to a new day. And it's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Turning the tide, coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. Planets in motion, move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, I'm done hiding. I'm here with something to say. Turning the tide to a new day. Let's go again. Turning the tide, you're coming together, sticking through all the stormy weather. Planets in motion, move like the ocean. Let the waves take us somewhere better. 'Cause I'm done running, I'm done hiding. I'm here with something to say. We're turning the tide to a new day. Oh, it's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. It's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Higher and higher, it's gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher and higher. Awesome. It's beautiful with I love it. With microphones muted, it brings me back to my early days when nobody would clap for the songs that I played. Beautiful. So happy to be here with y'all. If anyone's got any cues, I'm keeping an eye on the chat kind of in between songs. If anyone's got anything to add to it, but so happy to keep jamming along with you. And yeah, maybe we'll play that song that Hannah was thinking about. I'll play Ready for the Revolution. I'll play that song in a while. I think it's a beautiful time to think about some beautiful changes we can look for in the world. Ones that bring everyone in, that include everybody, and that look out for everyone. And we haven't had an opportunity to really look in the mirror like this in a long time, in this moment, and all the good and bad that humanity is. We have such an amazing moment here, amongst all of the hardship, to really look at, well, how do we take better care of everyone and the planet, and that's a bit of what this song's about. So here you go. Let's do Ready for the Revolution. Yeah, I do find myself wondering, yeah, how much farther this can go. Yeah, I do find myself wondering, yeah, how much farther this can go. Yeah, we dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Yeah, we dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Come on, dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Yeah, we dig a little hole. I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution, yeah, yeah. I said I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution, yeah, yeah. And I do find myself wandering across the sea, across the sky. And when I see all that suffering, I gotta ask myself why, yeah. So I dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Yeah, I dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Come on, dig a little hole and dig a little deeper. Yeah, I dig a little hole. Ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution, yeah, yeah. I said I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution, yeah, yeah. Said I had a revelation, a vision for my generation, a new creation, a global nation, radical cooperation, yeah. And I can see the sun rising, the people they are mobilizing, organizing, energizing. I can see the sun rising, yeah. Alright. Said I had a revelation, a vision for my generation, a new creation, a global nation, radical cooperation. And I can see the sun rising, the people they are mobilizing, organizing, energizing. I can see the sun rising. I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for, yeah, yeah, I'm ready for it, ready, I'm ready for the revolution, to be a part of a solution amid a cloud of love pollution. I'm ready for the revolution. And so I dig a little hole, I dig a little deeper. Awesome. Thanks for the reminder on that one, Hannah. I haven't played that one in a while. That's a great one. Hey, hey DJ August, that whole crew, I'd love to unmute your microphone if you wouldn't mind. We'd love to, and maybe you could show us like the sound of all your things.
Of course.
Hey. Wow.
Drum is very, very loud.
That's great. What a great drum.
And then this the wood no, I need a stick. What is Alpha?
Wow.
And wait, this one's a little bit quieter.
Oh, that one's like a guitar. Rad.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to play because that.
Totally. And so, and all the glasses of water there, you filled them up with different amounts of water, and that gives them a different pitch, right?
Yeah.
What a beautiful, beautiful design. Awesome. Thank you so much for making those and for jamming out with us. Thanks for sharing the sound of them.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. I'm going to switch guitars again. And so in March 3rd, everybody, March 6th, I put out a record called What on Earth? Little did I know how prevalent that question would become just a week after. And so it, I mean, for everyone, things did not go according to plan, and definitely didn't go according to plan for this album. But I'm so excited that it was released into the world, and I'm so excited to eventually take it back on the road and share it with people. But for now, that's, it's available everywhere online, and it was just such a fun album to make. I made it last year, and we've had a great response without being able to be on the road. It's been really special to connect with people and hear their thoughts on it. So I want to play you the title track off that record. The song is called What on Earth. The album's called What on Earth. And yeah, here we go. Let's do it. I used to live by my lows, I let them win. I watched them grow, they took away my tomorrow. And I used to live by my lows, now instead I let them in and I let them go. I used to crash like a wave on the shore. There I stay, and I'm like a tide. I'm all change. I used to crash like a wave. Now instead I let it in and it rolls away. I let it in and it rolls away. What on earth are you doing? What on earth are you doing? I used to reach for the stars, and then I learned who I are, and now they reach for me. And I let them in. I used to reach for the stars, now instead I let it in and it fills the dark. I let it in and it fills the dark. Come on. Put on it. Are you doing? What on earth are you doing? Yeah, yeah, it's inside. Yeah, it's inside. You would on earth. You would on earth. You would on earth. You would on earth. Would on earth. blows and let them win. Watched them grow, they took away my tomorrow. I used to live on my lows, instead I let them in, I let them go. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. Just making sure this thing works like it should. Nice. Awesome. I saw Eva's comment there. Eva, we did Sons and Daughters for the opening song. And so you'll have to go find a version of that on I have a version of it up on my Facebook page and on YouTube. There's a beautiful live version of it. And yeah, thanks for that request, though. We play a song called Passing Through. It's my favorite song to play right now of songs that I've written. And it just, some songs just end up being more valuable in different creations that we make. And sometimes we just connect with a particular painting or drawing that we've done for the emotions that it draws. And for me, this song's all about just recognizing the impermanence of our lives and how this is really just a long process and a fluid experience. And to really just, not get too caught up in the things that seem so solid and strong, because we're really just passing through a beautiful experience here as human beings. And so this is a song called Passing Through on that theme. Though I try and I try, I cannot break free. Maybe it takes more than earnesty. But I'm thinking it's time that we all head home. I'd rather not go if I'm going alone. Yeah. As I wait on the tide in the ocean blue. Oh, what a moment to enjoy the view. What a beautiful time we've been called into. And clearly we're all just passing through. Ooh, clearly we're all just passing through. And I want to pass with you. Yeah. Well, in a whisper, a wind starts calling me into the moment, into the breezes. The seasons are changing, they're coming to, and clearly we're all just passing through. Clearly we're all just passing through. And I want to pass with you. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Man, it's hard to decipher what is quite true when I'm blinded and lost in my own point of view. But the clue is the time we've been calling to, and love is what we're being called to do. Love, yeah, it's what we're being called to do. That we failed the classes of glass, so we masking, tasking, basking, a sailing, a mask made of plastic. The truth is fantastic, as long as you ask it and see, then we are only passing. Together we're happening, the movement's amassing. The only thing left's making love everlasting. Sweet. Awesome. Scrolling. Eva, Duncan.
Awesome, Luke.
Thanks, Duncan. Appreciate it. Hey, Elsa. Jolly, good to see you around again. Nice to have you. Beautiful friend, Charlotte. Spenny's still kicking on. I'll just give my usual Spenny Wong shout out. My oldest friend in the world is currently on this beautiful call with us. Spenny and I have been friends since we were about 4 years old. So that makes that friendship 23 years, which is pretty good for people under 30 to have a 23-year-old friend. No doubt. But nice to have you all here, and thanks for jamming on. If anyone's got any requests, again, you can throw them in there. I'm just kind of going with my heart on this jam, and I'd like to play a brand new song if that's cool. There's a song called actually, what is this song called? I don't have a name for this song yet. But I actually wrote it. Maybe that's why I'm writing it. I wrote it up at Spencer's cabin. Yeah, here you go. It's kind of the moment. I'm so sad, really, not to be with everyone. And I thrive as a musician and as a performer. I just love to be with people, and just, you know, my job lets me hug like 100 people a night for like months on end, and it's like keeps me going. And so I'm totally grateful and aware of why we're in this mode, and that's okay. But I do miss you all so much, and look forward to the day that we're all together. So awesome. Thanks for that request. I'll play Jet Lag next there for you, Emmy. That sounds great. Here's a brand new one for you. Let's go one down just to make sure I can sing it. All right. Looking like a low tide, I'm walking all the way out, staring at your big sky, wondering what all this fighting's about. Can I live a good life with my heart so full of doubt? It's looking like a low tide, I'm walking all the way out to see ya, yeah, to see ya. And now I'm picking both sides, I'm hearing everybody out. I'm tired of the divide, making more of what I'm fighting about. Can I live a good life in a world so full of doubt? It's looking like a low tide, I'm walking all the way out. Oh, to see ya, yeah, to see ya. Then I'm coming to see ya. All love to see ya. It's looking like a low tide. It's looking like a low tide. It's looking like a low tide. I'm walking all the way out, staring at your big sky, wondering what all this fighting's about. Can I live a good life with my heart so full of doubt? It's looking like a low tide, I'm walking all the way out. Oh, to see ya, yeah, to see ya. My love to see ya, yeah, 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 to see ya. It's looking like a low tide. It's looking like a low tide. we were never supposed to be this far apart. My love, never, ever, ever gonna be this far apart again. No, we were never supposed to be this far apart. So I'm picking both sides. I'm hearing everybody out, tired of the divide, making what I'm fighting about. You cannot live a good life in a world so full of doubt, looking like a low tide, walking all the way out. Oh, to see ya, yeah, yeah, to see ya, my love, to see ya, yeah, I'm coming to see ya. It's looking like a long, long tide, it's looking like a long, long tide, it's looking like a long, long tide, it's looking like a long, long tide. We were never supposed to be this far apart. Sweet. Thanks. Awesome. I can't even see. Hey, Hannah, how are we doing? How are we doing for time? How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Luke. Thanks. This is a lovely way to spend a Sunday afternoon.
Couldn't think of a better one.
It's about 2:45. So I could give the reminder that if anyone has any questions for Luke, you can type them in the chat or press the little raise hand button, and Duncan will unmute you and you can ask any questions or comments.
It's perfect. I mean, Eva, it's so good to have you back. Eva, I feel like we've crossed paths digitally before a couple times, so it's good to have you here. Thanks for checking in. And Elsa, and yeah, cool. Well, I'll play while people are thinking about stuff. I'm gonna play that song for I don't know. I've said Emmy like 6 times now, so I'll stick with that. But but here's a song called Jet Lag, and it's not. It's a political song, no doubt. It's mostly about setting a precedent and a standard. It's not about being in opposition to anything. In this case, the country that I'm about to sing about. But it's making sure that we remember where we're actually from here, and that I'm not a huge fan of environmental destruction. And then we throw around words like national interest. It doesn't really work for me, because actually all my interest is far more about the well-being of the planet than it is about the well-being of the nation. And I think setting that priority and all of us finding some common ground and recognizing that our health is directly tied to the health of the land first, more than the health of the country, is a critical step forward here. So let's do this one on here. Nice. I knew a place down by the river I used to go before I became the man out in the morning thunder rain. Now I love the land more than my country. I love the earth more than the flag. Figure I might as well do something about the jet lag. I knew a place down by the river I used to go before it became a place that is now under the river. It's a shame. Now I love the land more than my country. I love the earth more than the flag. I figure I might as well do something about the jet lag. I love the land more than my country. I love the earth more than the flag. I figure I might as well do something about the jet lag. Yes, I figure I might as well. Yeah, I figure I might as well. Oh, I figure I might as well. Yes, I figure I might as well. Now, I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the land more than my country. I love the earth more than the flag. I figure I might as well do something about the jet lag. Yeah, yeah, I love the land more than my country. I love the earth more than the flag. I figure I might as well do something about the jet lag, about the jet lag, about the price tag, about the jet lag. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land more than my country. I love the land. I love the land. I love the land. Thanks. Awesome. Awesome. So good. Quick check on the chat. Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. Nice to see y'all. Awesome. I love this. It's a great platform. Well, I think we'll do 2 more. Is that good for everybody? Seems to fit our time perfectly.
Yeah, right on.
Awesome. Yeah, so grateful that y'all take the time, and it really is a beautiful way to spend a Sunday afternoon. I guess if anyone wants to fire out a really quick request, I got 2 more songs. I got one that I want to play because I just got back from recording it, and let's see. You got about 10 seconds here. If not, I'm gonna put one in. All right. Let's. I'm gonna do 2 new songs to end it. I think if that's cool. I've been in this moment of challenging times. It's I'm really called to the new music and new songs, and I wanted to play a song called "You're So Welcome." Thank you. Thanks for that comment. And nice to connect with you for sure. It's a song called "Ain't No Divide," and yeah, there really isn't. It's totally an illusion that there's any gap or division between us and anything else living here, and it's really comforting to live from that place because I don't feel so alone when I realize that in any possible way you cut it, we are so deeply interconnected as people and as a planet that there's almost no point in paying too much attention to the differences. So here it is. Well, I'm breathing in, but I don't get high. Man, it's been a long while since my well ran dry. Did this whole thing just come to an end? Said I'll lose my way and I'll find it again. There ain't no divide. Ain't no divide. There ain't nothing between us but a dream, love, and I'm watching it subside. Ain't no divide. Yeah. Well, I ain't never been good at tying knots. I just make them all up and then pretend I forgot. And I don't remember tying this one so tight. Fumbling around for half of my life. Ain't no divide. Ain't no divide. Ain't nothing between us but a dream, love, and I'm watching it subside. Ain't no divide. Ain't no divide. On this pretty face is a soul worn thin, little something to show for all the places I've been. Yeah, and if I'd have known then what I know now, I'd have kept on going some way, somehow. I'd have kept on going some way. There ain't no divide. There ain't no divide. There ain't no divide. There ain't nothing between us but a dream, love, and I'm watching it subside. Ain't no divide. There ain't no divide. Man, did this whole thing just come to an end? Said I'll lose my way and then I'll find you again. Awesome. Sweet, so good. Well, Hannah, you got anything you want to add? I guess thanks so much for coming in, but I'll let you, then we'll finish with a song or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, just a few things that, well, thanks again everyone for joining us today. And like I mentioned, you can catch this video on the YouTube channel or pass it on. I'll post the link for that. And we have a great family oops, I just sent it. Sorry. We have a Great Family Sunday event coming up in June as well. That will be online. The gallery is opening up this week, but with limited numbers, so not quite event ready. But if you're in town and you want to check out the gallery, you definitely can. It will be lots of safety guidelines. And then, yeah, in June, we'll be posting a video on the 21st. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And you can always get in touch with me at familysunday@aggv.ca. It's great to hear from folks who are tuning in and catching Family Sunday. And if you have ideas or questions or whatever you want. And yeah, I hope that all of you are finding time for music and connection and finding those ways to help us kind of like manage this kind of really unprecedented era. And one other thing, Luke, about for those of you who've made instruments, if we want to try to be able to hear instruments that everyone has made. I know that Jen and Duncan and myself at least have some.
So down, bring them on. Let's unmute it. Let's unmute it and see and hear some instruments.
Yeah. So yeah, if folks, if you have instruments around your house or ones that you've made specifically for this, I've got the bowl string instrument. Maybe take a quick sec and get that ready, and then Duncan will unmute and we can do a little like hurrah sort of thing.
We can do a big, beautiful jam. I love it.
Yeah, we'll let the musician can lead the jam part.
That looks like a container of nuts. Amazing.
Yeah, whatever you got, eh?
So good. Okay, let's plan to let's bring them out during this track. Now, who knows what's going to happen if we unmute? Let's go for it. Awesome. So good. Jennifer, you got a shaker? Oh yeah.
I'll give you.
Hey everyone, can everyone hear me? Sorry, I think I've screwed this up. Are we gonna do on the count of 3, or are we gonna just start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, I'm gonna unmute everybody, okay? Right now? Good? Okay. TV on the background.
That's enough.
There's a TV going. Oh, hold on. I think I know who it is.
Go get one more for you.
Duncan, I think we got the idea anyways, right?
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
That is awesome.
Someone has left. Okay, so I think we're good now. We want to try it again?
No, that was perfect. We got the full audio signal, Duncan. I think we're great.
Okay, all right.
So good. Everyone, you can keep yours out. Let's jam out on this last song. Thank you. So please, we're going to be in a moment right now and after this where the arts community is going to need all hands on deck. We are going to need to be going to concerts as much as we can. We're going to need to be going to the Greater Victoria Art Gallery. We're going to need to be going to all of the spaces. And we're going to see a renaissance in art after this moment, after this quiet down and sheltering moment. We're going to see an explosion of amazing art and creativity. And I just hope we can all get on board with supporting amazing spaces and organizations such as the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. I really look forward to coming seeing y'all in the next coming months as we're allowed in. And I really hope y'all let's all throw a couple more shows onto our calendars this year in support of all the amazing artists that live in this part of the world. So on that note, thank you so much for having me, everybody. I'm going to play you a song called Biosphere to wrap it up. And just so grateful to spend time with you and to connect with people in such a unique way and such a unique group of people. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, and look forward to connecting. You know where to find me. Here you go. You can't believe anything they say. Can't believe anybody these days. Cannot trust what's between my ears. You can't believe everything you hear. And so I quiet down, listen to my heart. I make a whole out of all the parts. I find myself in everyone that I see. It's all right there looking back at me. I said that nobody gonna bring me down. I said that nobody no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. So I'll sail the world in the 7 seas. You're chasing opportunities. More is less and west is east. And war is dust and the rest is peace. And I said that no, nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. I said that no, nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. Said everybody running for the rocket ship. You're waiting in line for a real big trip. You me, I'm fine sitting right down here. You're buzzing with the birds in the biosphere. You said I'm buzzing with the birds in the biosphere. Nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. And I said that nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. Yeah, I said that nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. My love, I said that nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. Come on, I said that nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. Yeah, I said that nobody, no, no, nobody, nobody gonna bring me down. Thanks, everybody. So good. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it all so much. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Luke. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and thanks everyone.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
So great. Nice
That
to
was
spend some
great.
time. Yeah, we'll see you all again soon. This is awesome. Take care.
Right on. Yeah. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
You too.